Hi, welcome to the first of many cello lesson videos with your host, Clara the Sidewalk Cellist. For the first video, I want to demonstrate or talk about how to make a nice sound on the cello, because it's a balancing act. If you have too much force, too much pressure, you get a not nice sound, and if you don't have enough pressure or enough force, you don't get enough sound. So how to get that perfect balance right in between. So first, the bow needs to be on the string, somewhere in between the bridge and the fingerboard. And I'm noticing lately on this particular cello that there's sort of a sweet spot a little bit closer to the fingerboard. So actually not in the middle, but just maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the way towards the fingerboard. And I feel like that helps get some of the lower frequencies in the overtone series so that we get that beautiful core sound. So that's where the bow needs to be on the string. And then the bow needs to move straight across so that the bow stays in the same place. Because if the bow is going this way, we're not going to get a nice sound. So the bow needs to stay in the same place. And this means that every single joint in your arm needs to work together. When we start at the frog, the arm needs to be kind of relaxed. You want to think about the relationship between your elbow and the rib cage. And then as you draw the arm across, the elbow has moved away from the rib cage. The shoulder's doing a little bit of work. And as we go towards the tip of the bow, the wrist does quite a bit. Oops, hit the wall. So if the arm is moving the bow in a straight line, keeping the placement of the bow consistent, then the last thing that you need to do is balance how much weight of your arm are you surrendering to the bow. Are you giving it all? That's probably too much. Are you giving none of it? Then that's not enough. You need to find a place where the bow sort of holds up the arm, but not completely. And each string is going to like it a little bit differently. If I find a nice amount of pressure for the G string, it's probably going to be too much for the A string. The A string is going to need to be lighter because it's lighter. So we put the bow on the string in between the bridge and the fingerboard, a little bit closer to the fingerboard. We'll let the bow arm relax, making sure that every single joint in the arm, every single joint and every single finger is participating, so that the bow can move in a straight line and the arm can remain relatively relaxed. Because if the arm is relaxed, then you can surrender the weight of the arm into the bow and find that place where you're just holding your arm up enough. Just holding it up just enough. Everything's a balance. So if you're too close to the bridge, or too close to the fingerboard, or if you are moving too fast, or if you're moving too slow, or if you have too much pressure, or not enough, everything's a balancing act. So figure out for yourself what works for your bow, your cello, your arm, your C string, your G string, your D string, your A string. And then once you've figured it out for every single open string, keep in mind that as soon as you put the right hand down, you've shortened the length of your string. And once again, the balance will be a little bit different. So whether you've been practicing every day for a big exam or you haven't touched your cello in months, start every warm-up or start your next practicing session with finding a balance, finding a really beautiful sound on each string. And then, if you've still got some steam, throw in your left hand too. See if you can have some fun. Here's a little improv. Well, not really improv, but here's just a little quick demo.